completion percentage, yards per attempt, and you're saying that he didn't deserve it. So
he did not deserve it.
I want you to keep that same energy.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it. And by the way, Tom Brady is doing things that nobody has really locked into and noticed, because you continued to discount him as dink and dunk Tom.
That's what he doing.
Throwing to his backs.
Backs and tight ends, yep.
He now has 5 completions on which the football traveled more than 30 yards. That is 5 for this year. Last year in New England, he had 5 for the whole year. This is 5 through 4 games.
You're feeling real good about yourself, aren't you?
No, I'm feeling great about myself, because you are so wrong about this. How about this? On just deep passing yardage through 4 games, guess who leads the whole league in that? The 43-year-old. Deep passing yards. It's ball travels deep, okay? He is completing at least 3 deep passes a game for an average of 102 yards a game, and that's the tops in the league. How can you fight with that? Even Pro Football Focus, on its overall grading system, has him graded, Tom Brady, 3rd in the league. It has Patrick Mahomes 7th so far, and I think that's exactly. Oh, they do. Yeah. If you've watched him closely, if you watched him at Chargers, if you watched him against Belichick's defense, he was pretty shaky.
What do you think Belichick defense would do against Tom Brady? A guy that he's studied.
I would love to see that.
Oh, yeah, well, I would love to see it, too.
Yeah.
Skip.
Did you see what Russell Wilson did to Bill Belichick's defense? Did you see what he did?
Yeah.
Wasn't that
I saw what New Orleans did to Tom Brady. I saw what he did to Tom Brady.
In week 1?
Oh, nice week
where
1.
He hadn't played a snap with his receivers in a real game? No preseason game?
No,
Are you kidding?
It doesn't matter. He the GOAT. It don't need practice. It doesn't matter what week it is. What happened?
Pro Football Focus says that Tom Brady leads the NFL in what are called big-time throws with 16.
I noticed what I'm noticing about Pro Football Focus.
Yep.
When Tom Brady was leading in QBR, that was the only stat that mattered. Now he's down at the bottom. We come up with big-time throws. It used to be QBR. It used to be completion percentage.
And by the way,
we keep trying to find a way to get him on the list.
You ripped Brady yesterday. You said he's throwing to wide open receivers. So here's the definition of Pro Football Focus's big-time throws. They're throws with excellent ball location and timing, generally thrown further down the field and into tighter windows. I've seen a whole bunch of throws where the man was covered and the ball hits the receiver right there.
Show them. I want you to show them ones to Scotty Miller, and I want you to tell me he's covered. Show the ones to Scotty Miller when he caught the touchdown. Show those.
No, he was open.
Mike Evans. Yeah, those are open. He's open.
Okay, but he's thrown a whole bunch where the receiver was covered, and I said, wow, that was a good throw.
Skip, stop.
And we're not even counting the ones that were pass interference, because he threw deep balls that were right on target, and the DB had no choice but to foul.
I believe Aaron Rodgers should have won this award, but I understand.
Against the Atlanta defense?
Hold on, the NFL team, right?
I don't know. That's debatable. You've already called for the man's job, right?
I just
for Coach Quinn, right? Shouldn't he be uncoached Quinn?
I don't really know what Mr. Blake is hoping, but hey, that's his business. He runs the house. But Skip, so in other words, so we got to take we got to take 1 touchdown off the board, because you can't give up a touchdown and get a touchdown. So in other words, Tom Brady had 4 touchdowns just like Aaron Rodgers.
Yep. And fortunately, Justin Watson, he was the target of both the pick sixes that Tom has thrown this year. I'm knocking on wood that he has a quick return, but he's out tonight, so at least you don't have that threat in the lineup.
But Tom Brady makes everybody better. Make Justin Woods better. That's what Tom Brady is known for.
Yep.
Justin Watson. Yep. That's what you told me now.
Ivy Leaguer, Penn, 5th round.
Talk about what they got to do with anything, so they can't play football. They don't play football in the Ivy League.
Some of them can. Some of them can't.
Whoa, hold on. Wait a minute. I thought you said Vanderbilt was the Ivy League of the South.
No, we're the Harvard.
Harvard, okay, y'all thought y'all was the Harvard.
Actually, Harvard is the Vanderbilt of the North.
Okay.
You got to get that straight.
So, in other words, Casey Hayward and Keyshawn Vaughn got no business in the NFL because they went to Vanderbilt.
We are an NFL pipeline. We are an MLB pipeline. You can't turn on a playoff game without seeing 2 or 3 Vanderbilt kids.
I'll give you baseball. I will concede that, but I ain't going to no football.
Yeah, they're everywhere. Which brings us to tonight.
Yes.
This is going to be a tough test for Tom Brady, because speaking of all those receivers, Chris Godwin is still out. Mike Evans, once again, did not practice, is listed as questionable.
He's not going to, guess what, Skip? Mike Evans, there's a great chance Mike Evans does not practice the rest of the season.
Great.
But he's going to play.
Scotty Miller did not practice once again, listed as questionable. Leonard Fournette is doubtful. LaShawn McCoy is out.
You buy all that, too.
O.J. Howard is gone for the whole year.
So in other words, Skip, what you're trying to do is that you're trying to sell the general public that Tom Brady is about to do this with guys that they just signed yesterday. You and I both know Scotty Miller's going to play, Mike Evans is going to play, and everything will go according to plan. And he's going against Nick Foles. Nick Foles is a nomad. He seems to have only had success in Philly. You know that, I know that. So stop trying to build this up, Skip.
Once upon a time, Nick Foles, in their only other meeting in pro football, it happened to be in a Super Bowl in which Nick Foles hung 41 points on Bill Belichick's defense.
Skip, he had
41.
He had a career, Skip, he had a stretch of 2 games, the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl, as played as well as any quarterback has ever played 2 meaningful ball games. I will give you that. But to make this notion that Nick Foles has had a Peyton Manning or a Drew Brees or Ben Roethlisberger type career is a fallacy. He's a nomad. He's bounced around. He seemed to have only had success in Philly. That's factual, Skip.
Well, I did see Todd Bowles give up 2 bombs to Justin Herbert at home the other day, 53 and 72
Well, that's what
yards.
happens when you, Skip, that's what happens when you underestimate someone. And you don't realize, man, he's not going to throw this ball over my head. Or they might have came with a blitz. They didn't get there. They're anticipating you playing for a route, and the guy gets behind you. But stop this. Stop this. Tom Brady won the award. You and I both know it was his 222nd victory, his 5 touchdowns. I think he might have tied Peyton Manning or broken a record with that. So I get it. It is a more compelling storyline than Aaron Rodgers throwing for 4 touchdowns and 327 yards on a Monday night, as you said, against a battered Falcons defense. The more compelling storyline is Tom Brady, 222nd victory, and he threw 5 touchdowns in that game. That's how it works.
The only compelling storyline I care about is Tom Brady against a very good Bears defense at Soldier Field tonight, featuring Khalil Mack, Akeem Hicks, Roquan Smith, Eddie Jackson. Does that do anything? Kyle Fuller, does that do anything for you?
The Bears really should. The Bears should have won 1 game. Detroit, the running back dropped the touchdown in the end zone with 20 seconds. That would have won them the game. The Falcons had a lead. The Falcons shouldn't have lost that lead. They should have won 1 game.
Are they a good defense?
They're okay. They're not what they want when Khalil first got there. They're not that defense, but they're a solid defense. The problem is they play too many snaps because their offense is inefficient and keeps them on the field longer than what it needs to be.
The problem is Brady's going to have to go to Gronk tonight. He's going to need, there's no O.J. Howard.